after lunch. That was the sitting part of the workshop. The next small exercise will start the latter part. I was asked to discuss with you about issues how to make an ideal multidisciplinary team. Well, the first exercise is not to make an ideal team, but we are now trying to make a team. Or many teams, actually. So the rules or instructions are rather simple. You should try to find 5 other persons and form a team. Simple? Too simple? Well, you should try to find 5 other persons that you don't know. Still easy? You should try to find 5 other persons that you don't know in the time of 1 minute.
Counting?
No, no permission yet. I will give a sign when Heikki starts counting the time. You should accomplish this task in 1 minute, and when the time is over, I will give a sign. What kind of sign? Whistle. Okay, when the whistle comes, you must freeze whatever you are doing. No talking, no moving, just freeze when the whistle blows. And we have those chairs everywhere, but we also have some free form for coming together with your team. And when you are ready, when you have the 5 other guys that you don't know within your team, you should all be holding your hands. Okay? Are you ready? The time starts now! The time was over. So, did you manage? You are 5, I see. Everybody should have found 5 other guys. So you are counting me 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And you forgot to hold your hands. Is there someone standing alone somewhere? Well, small faults. So there was a failure, but what happens normally in product development? A lot of failure. So we shouldn't be afraid of failure, shouldn't we? So, We should celebrate. Nice failures. Hey! Okay, don't break your team. Take seats and come as close as possible. When you are ready, more instructions will follow. Okay. Thank you. So, now you have a team, and how many of teams are having members that you do know already? What? That was great. That was really great. So now you should do 3 things. Get to learn to know each other, then discuss about 2 things. What do you have in your team that could make your team an ideal multi-disciplinary team? And the other thing, what do you lack? What you don't have that is not enabling you to become an ideal dream team? Is that simple and clear? You can start working.
That's sweet. What you mean?
Ne vem kako ne gleda.
A ja, vse, aha.
To je taka cross.
Jaro.
Stepen.
Jaz sem drugače Ali je krajša verzija, drugače sem modna in interieristka. Drugače se ukvarjam z scenografijo, interierjem, produktnim oblikovanjem skopanj. Ta del. Sem drugače asistent. Ja.
Jaz sem študirala na ekonomiji, marketing.
Ime? Ajda.
Delam pa vse skupaj. Bolj kot prodaja, marketing.
Super, to rabimo. Itak.
Ok, jaz sem Matic, sem študent masterja na industrijskem oblikovanju na akademiji. Ukvarjam se pa tudi nekaj z grafičnim oblikovanjem, pa z storitvenim oblikovanjem.
A small notice, there was a very good question how can we know if we are an ideal team if we don't know what we should do? Well, the answer for that is that in the startup pitching events, or where we are searching for, or where the venture capitalists are searching for good ideas, Of course, you must come and pitch your idea and present your team and go through interviews, and then the best from the best are selected and they will receive some funds and so forth. So the major criteria for choosing the winners or those who are taken into coaching or training camps and so forth, of course, the idea matters, but much more importance is put on the team. So if we have an ideal team, it doesn't matter that much what is the project or what is the assignment. So let's, this was a bit oversimplified, but this is how we proceed today. A general ideal team that is able to design anything. Okay, can you see the slides? Some teams reported that they already accomplished the mission. So these slides are more questions or for your inspiration. I will next ask for your comments. How did you see yourselves? And maybe you can use these slides as an additional source of inspiration. So these are my guys who are studying mechanical engineering, as you can see. There are other guys who are very skilled with all kind of electronics, and those who do everything with computer. And this is from the paint shop. There are some design students finishing their models. Usage of computer-aided design tools or material adding manufacturing technologies, or the traditional quick and dirty model making techniques. And as part of multi-disciplinary team is often also the multinationality or internationality. So this is a very typical team meeting 2013. Guys are sitting in 4 different locations when they are having their team meeting. One thing that I have found very important is that we must have leaders. These guys, they are all student leaders, having different kind of roles, like but often having the feeling also as the white-beard gentleman there in the middle of this painting from Hieronymus Bosch. So it's a really tough job. Sometimes you need to, you know, delegate things. Sometimes even, hold on a bit. There are many human relations related issues every now and then that can be solved by simple techniques. But then this is quite often the situation that we meet in teams. We just have what we have. You can't always have only the best of the best of the best. Well, that's a general wish that most organizations or universities or companies or whoever, everyone thinks that we need to try to get the best. But that's not reality by definition. The best of the best of the best, they are always representing a very little share of the population, and by definition we all are more or less average people. So based on these additional remarks, let me go through a short interview. What kind of thoughts we have in the teams? Are you a dream team?
Sure.
Because we were talking, and the fact is that we are coming from very different backgrounds: architecture, design, fashion design, design thinking stuff, and interactions design, digital stuff, and even engineering, right? Wood engineering. So we cover.
Thank you. Very diverse set of skills they had, and they were happy with that. How about you guys? Who wants to be the spokesperson?
Yeah, we also have, we also come from very diverse expertise, and we are like architects, designers, also different fields of design, interior design, service design, industrial design, design of furniture, photography, and then we also have a girl representative of marketing and economics, so that's also good for us, but we are lacking, we have architecture, but we are lacking sort of a more sort of engineering approach. So
thank you for your comments. And maybe we need not anymore to go through all the disciplines that you have in teams, but just focus on the short comments. What would make you a dream team and what not? Aha, at least they are lacking a spokesperson who is willing to take the microphone.
To become a dream team, we need some experience and to know more each other. We don't know each other much.
All right, so sort of team building exercise would be needed. What is the Slovenian style of doing team building? Drinking. Okay, what do we drink today? Okay. Today we're gonna drink some beer. How about you guys?
Yeah, we also come from different fields, but we lack someone from economy or management or something like that. Marketing. Yeah. But we have a publisher. So. Yeah.
Thank you. You are the next team. Who is taking the microphone?
Yeah, we are quite interesting team. We have a lot of different personalities and a lot of different specialties, from graphic designers, fashion designer, textile designer, I'm more ceramic glass designer, it's cultural.
You mentioned that you have different personalities. What can you say about that? You made it in a very short time. You learned to know that you are different personalities.
We just feel it.
Simple and easy. All right, let's meet these guys. Hello.
Well, we are all designers. We don't know each other, so yes. Well, different ages. These are schools. Some already finished schools. Maybe different interests in design, so different field of design.
Actually, if you heard, she mentioned some very interesting things and issues. Different ages, different interests, different locations, and you had a bit bad luck that you only have designers in your team, but that was obvious because we arranged this exercise in such a random manner. So who do we have here?
We actually have all of the media covered. Yeah, all of the communications channels, from print to web, all of the knowledge, all of the theoretical and research knowledge. So we think pretty.
All right. Is there any of the teams who wants to add some intelligent remarks? There we have a hand. So let's listen to you.
Okay, we made a summary of everything, not very sufficient. Very sufficient. We are very active, connecting, involved, efficient, sufficient, diverse, self-confident, and experienced. Dream team.
Well, in a dream team competition, that was a hard bit. Any others that I didn't interview so far? Any comments? All right, so let's see if I still have some additional slides there. Some tricks for solving those team dynamic issues. It's so often related to communication, and how can we come over those challenges in communication? Well, I would say openness, sharing your personal interests, and just being you as you are. Of course, it's very natural that when you meet new kind of people, like you just did in this exercise, it's a normal human behavior that everybody is willing to give a bit better picture from him or herself as the reality may be. We are using some specialists for training communication and even performance skills for those students who are interested in this. The lady in the middle is an actress that we have been using for 8 years. We shall finish the workshop in 5 minutes, so let me just share with you some remarks that I have made that are so often common with good projects. As I mentioned, sharing the expectations and just ensuring that everybody is having the same goal. That is really important, and you should really put effort on such. What is communication? Well, the most spontaneous answer for that would be that, it's communication is what I'm doing here now. But that's the smallest part of communication at this point. You all are listening and trying to understand what I'm saying. So that's the much more important part of communication, actually. Asking questions, ensuring that you understand, and repeating what you have heard someone to say with your own words. And giving some space for good things to happen. It is a saying that good players, they do have luck. Why? Because they are good, and because they try, and they give some space for the planned coincidence to come. Roles of mistakes. There is another saying that tells us that you should do right first time. If you heard something like that said about product development, the only thing that you can conclude is that the person who says something like that does not know anything about product development. It's just impossible. You can't do things right first time. But of course it's much more cost efficient and better for learning if you do the mistakes as early as possible. So combine all these, good communication, trying all kinds of things, and making the mistakes as early as possible will save time and money. And this talko maybe can be the only Finnish word for you guys to learn today. It means a situation where people come to help their neighbors, friends, or something when there is a bigger task or assignment to be accomplished. They just come, no payment, they just want to help. So this is more a mindset kind of thing. And my tips for any teams, investing in human relations, within the team, related to any other parties, this waiting thing, this has so often seemed to be very interesting for success, for failure. If you wait and you can't be sure if anything is happening, it's so often wasted time that will cost you a lot of nerves and pain in the later phases. The personal contacts, it was actually mentioned by Lauri that nowadays it's so easy to Google and find things just sitting behind your desk. But the personal contacts, that's something totally different. The mistakes will happen, and it's really important that you don't hide any mistakes you have made, or more importantly, if you haven't been able to accomplish something. Planning is hard, but you can do it as realistic as you can. And then one additional element for design for meetings. I don't know if you are yet at the point of your career that you are fucked up with the number of meetings. It is up. So how can you make things differently? Design for meetings. Design for spending some time. Design for an intelligent and interesting agenda. And of course, everything should be wrote down. It's a bit darkish picture. Can we turn the lights off? No. But for the team building, this is the Finnish way. Of course we drink as well, but the Finnish thing is sauna. All the the good team building, all the good decisions, they are so often made in sauna. So you can combine alcohol, you can sauna, and swimming in an ice flow. That is something that I truly recommend for all of you. Thank you.